everyone. It's Friday night, February 20. Wow. It is the 27th. Yeah. I don't keep track of dates at college. A lot. I pretty much go by what day it is and what I have coming up in the week. I live like week to week. I don't really think about dates. But I should be because I have a lot of stuff coming up. My first training day for my new job is Sunday. And oh my gosh, so much craziness involving me trying to get my new hire packet signed and notarized by the university before Sunday today. I left my apartment at 4. The place is right down the street, but I was going to take my car because I was going to go to Barnes & Noble and I have to get like this practice booklet for my private pilot stuff. So I walk up to my car and the back tire is flat. Oh my god. I am such a girl. I have no idea how to change a tire. And I started freaking out a little bit. Well, I didn't freak out. I called my dad. Because he always has words of wisdom for me on stuff like that. And he always really keeps us cool about it. So I called him and I'm like, oh, okay, so my tire's flat. What do I do? And he's like, call Dawn or call somebody. So I called Dawn. But Dawn was hungover and he was about to take an online test. So he couldn't help me, even though he's really good at cars and like could change a tire like that. But so luckily I parked my car in Sarah and Trevor's parking lot. So I called Sarah. I'm like, hey Sarah, what you doing? And she's like, nothing. What are you doing? And I was like, my tire's flat in your parking lot. She's like, oh no. And so I was like, does Trev know how to change tires? And she's like, I don't know, but we can look it up online. And so she's like, oh, come out there. So they both came out there. And Trevor knew how to do it. And it didn't work so well though because the bolts wouldn't come off. Like he was putting the wrench in to take the bolts off and like literally jumping up and down on it and it would not come off. The car was like moving up and down and moving forward before the bolts would come off. So after getting help from some nice guys who looked like they were pretty good at cars, we finally got it. We finally did it after an hour and a half, and guess what time it was? 5:30, and the student services building was definitely closed. Yeah. So much for me planning and like leaving even when I felt like crap today because, okay, graphics. I got my period today for the first time in like 2 months because of all the stress I've been going through, and it's like full force, like extra strength, hating my stomach right now. So I was really not feeling so good, but I had to go do it. So I get there, they're like, we're closed. I'm like, super. Don't know what's going to happen Sunday when I come in and say my new hire packet isn't notarized. I hope they can still do training. But then I go to Barnes & Noble, and I need to get a manual for private pilot because my first test is Tuesday. And I was going to get a manual so I could study for it. And did they have it? No. No, of course they didn't have it because when it rains it pours, I guess. So then I went to Maria where Morgan works. It's this like cool restaurant owned by Carlos Santana at Tempe Marketplace. And I went there and she wasn't there, and I guess she was supposed to come in like 5 minutes later, but I wasn't going to be a creeper and wait around for her to get there. So I just left. I'm like, whatever, I'll call her. Like basically I really need her to take me to the airport on Thursday morning because I don't want to call a cab. And the light rail, it goes to the airport, but it starts running at 4:35. That's cutting it a little close. I mean, it only takes like 10 minutes to get there, but then I have to take a shuttle from the train station to the actual Sky Harbor. There's no place where the train like runs through Sky Harbor, like in New York or whatever. So, I really need Morgan to take me. I'll even bake her a cake or something. I don't know. But I hope she can, because I mean, it's not that bad. She doesn't have class till 11 on Thursdays, so she could take me and then come back and go to bed. I really don't want to pay for a cab because I have plenty of money in my account right now, but I really would love for my parents to be able to take out $300 for the first time in a couple months to pay for my loans because I wasn't making that much money. But I need a little more money for New York than I thought because I have to pay for tickets for the Broadway play that we're seeing, and then I have to pay for the train into the city. So that's a little extra money. I knew I was going to be spending it, but I hadn't really like taken it into account as of late, until recently, and I was like, oh yeah, I need that money. So yeah, I'm just very excited for New York. I can't wait to go. I've only been there one time, and it was overwhelming. I'm a big city girl. You know, I've spent tons of time in Chicago, tons of time in Phoenix, of course, but like it's different, okay? It's like New York, big city, and then anything else, big city. New York is like, oh my god, huge city. And it's awesome and it's cool, you know, but it's like when I'm overwhelmed by it, you know it's freaking huge. And it's amazing, but it's just kind of like there's so much and you just want to see all of it. And you just can't. It's so big. So I'm really looking forward to getting there and to seeing the Capobianco family, who I love and adore. Excuse me. And seeing Liz again, of course. Liz, my best friend in the entire world. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. You know, not much going on the 3 days of this week. Just going to work a lot. I picked up some extra hours again, and just gonna work a lot, try to make some extra money, so my next paycheck is like huge, which would be great. And honestly, things are good. Things are good. Knock on wood, everything is going pretty nicely. I had dinner at Sushi 101 tonight with Erica and Lulu, and it was hilarious because Erica's hilarious, and Lulu and I just cracked up the whole time. I saw Kathy Griffin's assistant Jessica at Sushi 101. Like, how freaking random is that? Sushi 101 in Tempe, like my college town, you know, and she was sitting there with like a bunch of friends, and I'm like, is she from Phoenix? Like, because usually when you see celebrities in Phoenix, you either see them in North Scottsdale, and if you see celebrities like anywhere else, they're probably from here. So that was kind of neat. I was like, oh my god, that's Jessica, Kathy's assistant. So that was kind of funny. But, you know, everything's good. Just going with the flow, just excited for spring break, and I'm in a good place right now. I'm in a very good place, and it's refreshing. It's definitely refreshing. So I don't have a lot else to say, because I've just kind of been doing the same thing, but, you know, I've been hanging out with Sarah and Trevor a lot. It was nice to see Erica and Lulu tonight, because, like, I talk to Erica all the time, like, we BBM all the time, but I, like, never see her because we're, like, our schedules are so different. But tonight she's just like, hey, do you want to go to Sushi 101? I'm like, yes, because I want to see you. And then Caitlin, she texted me earlier. She's like, do you want to hang out? I was like, sure, I'd love to, because, like, I'm living with Caitlin and Scott and a couple other people this summer, but, like, I work with Caitlin, but I never, like, I've only hung out with her outside of work once. And we're always like, we need to hang out outside of work. Like, of course, like, we're, like, super close at work, so we need to hang out outside of work. And, like, I went to Flag with Scott, and that was awesome, but I'm like, we need to hang out more. So Caitlin messaged me tonight because her boyfriend moved to Santa Barbara today, and she's really sad, and then she was like, I'm so lonely, like, you want to come over and hang out? I'm like, sure, I'd love to, like, I'm going to Sushi, and then I'll come over after. But she texted me, she said she's not really feeling anybody coming over, and she's just going to watch movies and go to bed, and I understand that, because she's kind of having a hard time dealing with Eric moving, but, oh, like, we might stay with him when we go to Santa Barbara, actually, at the end of April. So that'd be cool. Eric's a cool guy. But, you know, so my plans for tonight kind of fell through, so I'm actually probably going to be lame and do physics homework and talk on AIM. And, yeah, but it wasn't a total bust of a night, because I went to Sushi 101 with Erica and Lulu, and then we went to Yogurtini, which is like Pinkberry, essentially. And Pinkberry is good, and Yogurtini was good. So it was a good night. It was a good night, and it's been a good week. And I'm super excited for this week to go fast and for it to be over. So without further ado, I'm going to go. I need to make a shower, because look at this hair. This hair is like, eh. And I'm going to lay down, watch some TV, and enjoy my Friday night. And I hope you guys do the same. Talk to you later, guys. Bye!